Peace to all of the kings and queens that's out there. It's your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACKAGAIN. Back at you again on a great, beautiful, sunny, corona-free day for the brother. How are you all doing? And if this is your first time watching the Mo Show, I highly encourage that you continue to watch the show. Tell your family members, tell your friends, tell whomever you come into contact with, because we have great vital information on this show that will leave you thinking. That's right, leaving you thinking, and that which will empower you. Okay? And if you're one of those who are a continuous supporter, I want to tip my hat to you and thank you all for viewing this episode of Pandemic. You know, 9,000 people died in the U.S. so far, 9,100. Over 11,000 have died in Spain, and over 15,000 have died in Italy. Now, a couple of days ago, I left you all a pandemic jewel. I left you all two of them. I'm going to leave you another one today. Okay? And that is, with this pandemic here, there's another pandemic going on. And that pandemic that is going on is still black on black crime, despite the fact that other people are waging chemical warfare against us. Black people are still killing each other. I'm not lying to you. Look at the police blotter that's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Look at the police blotter that's here in Chicago. Look at the police blotter that is in Arkansas and Memphis and Texas. Look at those bloggers. And you tell me, am I lying? You tell me, am I lying? And if no one had gotten killed, you still have all of these assaults, which turn into domestic violent cases. You have domestic violent cases, you have theft cases, you have robbery and burglary cases continuously going on. Now you tell me what's wrong with that. I had told you all last year to get prepared to be able to live with someone that you can get along with because of the crisis that was coming up. I didn't know what crisis, but I knew that there was a crisis coming up, and I warned you all. Make sure that you stay with somebody that you can get along with. They talk about that this coronavirus includes mass arrest. It does. It's actually taking place and manifesting itself right before your very eyes. Look at how many people have been arrested since this has taken place. The crime has went down, but crime is still going on in our communities where black people stay at. I mean, things like this. That is outrageous. A couple of years ago, I want to say about 10 years ago, Killer Bloodline and I made a commercial with all of the hush characters about black on black crime. And it said that black on black crime is something that is continuous until this very day, despite this being a time of unity and calmness where everybody is working to get along versus killing one another. Even to this very day. That's sad. That's a pandemic. In fact, they estimated that 200,000 people will have this coronavirus in the U.S. Well, guess what? It is approximately 250,000 deaths of black people that has taken place by black people. Okay? And that is more than the coronavirus that they are projecting that Americans will have. Because over 100,000 already have them. But see, we beat them in numbers, meaning we black people, we beat the coronavirus in numbers with killing each other. Over 235,000 deaths. Black people black on black crime. Young black men leaving the mothers crying, heartbroken, speechless. We cause this pain and infliction upon one another. That is a felony. That is terrorism. We are consistently terrorizing our own selves on top of the terrorism that is taking place upon us as well. Are you serious? How many fronts are we as black people fighting among ourselves? We're not talking about that's outside of ourselves. We're talking about those things and terroristic acts that we heap upon each other. I talk about all of the time how this chemical warfare has been heaped upon us, yet and still we have our own pandemic when we terrorize one another. We can't even live with each other. We can't even live with each other. I made a video last year how the hood has become a human zoo. The hood has become a human zoo. And you wondering why they locking people up. Why they locking you up. Why they locking me up. And I say me because I look like you. And when they see me, they see you. When they see you, they see me. And it don't matter how much knowledge you have or what type of frequency you on. The only thing that can possibly remove you from that bad situation with the police is your high frequency. I'm just saying. Remember that low frequency promotes fear. Low frequency promotes fear. Low frequency promotes fear and decreases your immune system. Stress keeps your it decreases your immune system. Watching that television, why don't you quarantine yourself from that TV? Quarantine yourself from that TV. Start reading, working out, get some vitamin D. I swear it's corona free out here where I'm at. Getting all of that vitamin D, which is the best vitamin D, the sun. And according to medical experts, you have a lot of black people out there that is lacking vitamin D because they don't get enough sun. Even Americans themselves, because they're caught up in work all day in the building, no sunlight. So enjoy this time. Enjoy this time and get that vitamin D. Suck it all up. Suck it all up like a sponge. While you can. As my grandmother say, do what you can while you can. Okay? So that's a jewel for you. That's a jewel for you. So, in a nutshell, this terrorism and pandemic that is continuously taking place with black on black, not white on black, the white cops killing black people, that's a whole nother pandemic. That's a whole nother pandemic. I'm just saying, it's pandemics all the way around the board. All the way around the board. And this is the perfect time for black America to get their things together so that they can flourish together. And if you have some money, please, by all means, put it together and get ready to invest in something that could bring you a consistent cash flow, not only for you but for your grandchildren. I'm just saying. So if you're like-minded, get with somebody that's like-minded, that's looking to make some cash, make money. Can I say, well, there's a lot of things you can invest in, okay? So just do that and we'll leave it at that. I was reading the Bible the other day. Because you read it, so I talk to Christians and whatever. But I was reading this story about, Jacob and Esau. I went back over that story. And in that story, you have Jacob and Esau. I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you at the end. It's so good. But I was reading the story about Jacob and Esau and how Jacob stole the birthright of Esau. He fooled his father. His father was blind. Okay? He fooled his father. His father was blind. And made like he was Esau made a coat, hairy skin, and all of that good stuff. And he fooled his dad. Sadly, what that told me is that you can receive a blessing, a humongous blessing, even though you wrong, if you can feel good about it. Think about that. Think about that. That's a jewel for you. You can get something that you are not entitled to, even if you're wrong. But if you make yourself feel good about it, you'll get it. And you'll continuously have it because you made yourself feel good. Ironically, when I read that, this is how I look at how people plunder other people's land and take it because they felt just like Jacob. Remember, there's another agenda behind this here, and this is why I brought that up. There's another agenda behind this coronavirus, and it's not about just about taking land. It's about taking people, killing people, and they feel good about it. And they feel good about it. And they feel good about it. If they did not feel good about it, why did they even make it? Who were they going to test it upon anyway? When were they going to use it? Who were they going to use it on? I'm just saying. Now, Willie D talk about how this coronavirus has affected a lot of black poor communities across the U.S. Well, I think that it affects whomever it affects. How many black people in Italy? How many of those deaths were black people? How many black people in Spain? How many black people in Russia? Greece? England? Hell, they was kicking black people out of England years ago. I'm just saying, so I disagree with you in regards to to that ratio in which you speak of, Willie D. But I know that in Wisconsin, on that north side, they've got hit hard, and that's where a lot of black poor people stay at. But like I said, how many of those black people were over there in Italy? How many of those black people were over there in Spain and in Russia and in England? Or were they too just poor sides of the town? Now, granted, I believe they still having some of these stars and artists lie about how they got it. You must remember, they're part of the system. They are a part of the system. They are a part of the system, and the system is what runs this, right? A Masonic order. A Masonic order. We are living under a Masonic rule, and they even tell you that on the dollar bill with the pyramid. And the Masonic people own the money. I'm just saying. So you think about that, and they are a part of that. Because if they weren't, they would not consistently be getting or have gotten the money that they receive. The music industry, the TV industry, once you make it so far and you play along, well, you come a part of that team or that league, because there's different teams in that league. So you just become a team member of a team in that league, in the Masonic League. And who is the leader of the Masonic order? Lucifer. Satan himself. Satan himself is the king or god of the Masonic order in which we live in. If you think I'm lying, just research that which I tell you. Research that which I am enunciating from my mouth, and I promise you that you will not find anything wrong with that which I'm saying. And the Masonic order and that we presently live under have done the same thing that who did? That Jacob did to his brother Esau. Like I said, not only stealing land, but stealing human life, colonization of human life. Think about that. Think about that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. And I hope that there was something that I said that bring a light bulb on your head or turned on a switch within yourself. So I need you, by all means, to press that subscribe button. Tell your friends to hit the subscribe button. You hit the subscribe button. Tell everybody that you come into contact with that you learned some very valuable information on the THEMOSHOW Chicago. Because we get it IN on this SHOW. Valuable 011. Valuable 411. And with that, you all, stay away from the po-po. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed in your car while you're driving. And have some love, peace, and respect for yourself. And by all means, stay corona sucker free, just as I am, breathing in all of this great vitamin D, sucking it in my skin. And there's no chemtrails today. No chemtrails today. So if you're not outside getting some of this great vitamin D, you need to be out here, because you are missing the best party in town, in the sun, on the THEMOSHOW. Thanks for watching.